Hi everyone, it's Kelly again. I wanted to go over a little bit about some foundations, some drugstore foundations. I realize that a lot of people can't afford high-end foundations, so I thought that I would go ahead and I would show you two. One is new out. It's the Matte and Poreless foundation. Sorry, it's the Fit Me Matte and Poreless foundation from Maybelline. There it is. This color fits me really well. It is the color 130 Buff Beige. So there's that one, and I thought what I would do is I would do one on one side and one on the other so you can see the coverage and the kind of coverage it gives me, the kind of matteness it gives me, and the color. The other one is the new L'Oreal. It's not that new, but it's new by a couple months. Is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte 24-Hour Makeup. And this is in the color Classic Ivory 101. And here are the two colors together. So one is a little darker. I think it all depends just how they go on too. Some foundations I found go on dark, but as you buff it in, it gets to the color you need it to be, and some foundations just go on dark and stay dark. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my trusty Benefit, the Porefessional primer. I love this stuff. I haven't found anything yet that beats it, and I've tried a lot of primers. But like I said, I've got some pore problems on my skin, and if I just put makeup on without this, they come shining through. And it's just a little embarrassing to have your pores sitting there looking at your friend or whoever you're talking to. I like to keep them covered, and again, in my first video, I explained that I pat the primer in, get all those wrinkles and lines, try to get them as much covered as I can. Okay. So the first foundation I think I'm going to try is the L'Oreal, the non-matte. And I'm going to put this on with my Beauty Blender. I found I like the Beauty Blender a lot better than I used the Sigma Kabuki. It's the foundation brush that I use. I used to use a lot. It's the F80, and I loved this for a long time. But the Beauty Blender I find is streak free, so you can't get better than that. So I'm going to go ahead and apply that much to the right side of my face. This goes on really light, which I'm fair. I do not sun myself anymore, so I have no tan going on me, just a lot of redness. Okay. As you can tell, I just dyed my hair like this bright red, and I got a little bit on my skin, and it dyed my skin a little bit. Okay, so there is, so far, that foundation, and it covered very well. It covered a lot of my redness, although I still have a few dark spots here. Just kind of go over those real well. I have a lot of redness. I don't have darkness under my eyes. I get redness under my eyes really bad sometimes. So that is finished from that, and you can see that it blends perfectly in my neck. I like that. That works really well. And now we're going to go ahead and try the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless, which that's of course the first thing I looked at was the Poreless. Ooh, if this is Poreless, well, that's right up my alley if it works really well. So this just comes in a bottle, no pump on this one. And I'm going to add just a little bit. I really rather prefer you know, a tube top like the L'Oreal, or a pump. I really don't like these loose bottles like this. So here I go on the left side of my face with this one. This one's really watery and it's thin. It's the L'Oreal is quite thick. You really don't need a lot of that on your brush or your beauty blender. So there is definitely a difference in color on these ones. But as you can see though, this one still blends into my neck. Look at that. They both blend very well. That's just amazing to me. But you can tell, I hope you can tell, this one's lighter. This one's a little bit more buff. I don't know if you can tell. I still see my pores. This one not so much, but maybe because this one's trying to dry. So we're going to let that dry and we'll work on the other side. So I came across a new concealer. It's called the Rimmel Match Perfection Skin Tone Adapting Concealer, and this is 2-in-1 concealer and highlighter in the color 125 Fair. And this you can get at Walmart, you can get it at CVS. Rimmel's pretty inexpensive. I usually use the NARS, but I'm going to give this one a try. So I just kind of do a good triangle down my face. Take my pointed end of my beauty blender. Pretty. Very nice. Very nice. I like that. It's not as creamy as my NARS, but it does work. It works rather well. So let's go ahead and try the Rimmel on this side. Blend that in, just tap tap. You don't want to rub on your eyelid underneath. I'm sure you all know that. It's just really delicate skin under there. I've just found drugstore beauty products. I've always used a lot of Estee Lauder. Estee Lauder used to be my favorite. It was the double wear, and it still covers really well. It stays all day like it says. The Chanel has been my favorite recently for a while. And I've picked these two up at the drugstore, and I'm going to give it a try today and see how each one reacts. I don't think I look too off balanced. So we'll go ahead, and I also purchased the Infallible Pro Matte 16-hour powder in L'Oreal that goes with the foundation. And this is in the color Porcelain. So I'm going to go ahead and get my blush brush, or my powder brush, I'm sorry, not my blush brush, and I'm going to set that under eye concealer. This brush, I've been trying these new brushes. I really like them. I talked about them in my last video. They're the Real Techniques. These are synthetic brushes, but I'm finding I really like them. Now I didn't get the Fit Me powder, so I'm just going to go ahead and use this, the L'Oreal Pro Matte. And I will let you look. Up. Oh, I got a little skinny. I've been using my Retin-A once a week, and I'm still dry a little bit, but it's getting better once I exfoliate. So you can tell on this side, the L'Oreal side, that it covered a little bit better than the Fit Me Matte and Poreless. You can still see some red in there, even with the concealer over it. You can still see, like I said, it's liquidy. It's not as creamy as the L'Oreal. You can kind of tell where I went over on my forehead. I have to take my puppy to laser therapy today. That'll be interesting. We'll see if they notice. So let me get the rest of my makeup on, and I will be right back. Okay, so here's my makeup. I got it all done. Can't really tell. My forehead. No, you know what? It's just, this side's just a tad lighter than this side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wear this today, just like the different foundations. And later tonight I'm going to come back and I'm going to tell you the results of how it wore. If my pores are sticking out and smiling at you, or my lines and wrinkles. So you can see a little bit of my lines and wrinkles in the L'Oreal, not so much in this. I don't know. They both have their good and bad points. That stinks when they do that. Why can't one just be tremendous? Why can't it just be beautiful and wear nice, and why does it have to be, oh, I don't know. Anyways, so I will be back tonight and I will let you know the results, and I will see you later. Bye. So I am back. It is 5:30 in the afternoon, and this is what the foundations look like. Nobody even noticed that I had two different types on. But the L'Oreal definitely did a lot better than the Maybelline, the 24, or the Fit Me. I'm sorry, it was the Fit Me. As you can see, my face is really oily. I did not do anything to my makeup today. It's still, I didn't touch it, but you can see some of my spots are coming out. This side still appears to be pretty smooth, although you can see on both sides my pores. So my pores have come out. And you can see my lines. So I'm really not all there with these two foundations. Not for mature skin, not for my skin. I have more foundation reviews to do, so I'm going to keep on doing them. But as for me and my skin's needs, the Matte Poreless, where are you? The Fit Me Matte Poreless and the L'Oreal Pro Matte. This really started out well, but it kind of ended up lousy, and you can't see it on the camera, but I have like is it oxidation, or my makeup is separating. Let's see, I'm trying to look in the mirror. You can see where the makeup is separating around here. Both sides are like this. Up my nose, you can really see the makeup just not wanting to lay on my skin. So that's my review of these two foundations. I will do another review on some more foundations that I have, and thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, you found it helpful, please subscribe, hit that like button. I'd so much appreciate it. Good night.